Hi Aries, Trishna here. Welcome to your August 2019 reading. Before we get into the actual reading, I want to say that if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, I will have a video on how you can do that and it will be posted by the end of this week, so keep an eye out for that. So getting into the August 2019 reading, what I'm feeling for you is leading up into August, I feel like there is this sense of change is in the air and it feels like there's something new and it could be that there's something new in your life. Maybe you found an inspirational speaker and you get excited to watch an inspirational speaker, or you found an inspirational book and you're really excited about that inspirational book. Or maybe it's just internal and you just feel like a different kind of person, like you see the world in a different way. And so it feels fresh, it feels new. You feel like you're looking at the world from a different lens. And so there's just this sense of newness, and it could be, this is a general reading, so it could apply to you in different ways, but I feel like there's something new for you. It could be external, it could be internal, but there's that nice, fresh, new beginning kind of feeling. And I, it's not the beginning of the year, but I'm kind of feeling called to bring up that for a lot of us, our school year started in the August-September timeframe. So the August-September timeframe represented a new year for us, whether we were in, kindergarten or college. That's usually when the first semester of the year started. So I feel like, for some of you, maybe there's some kind of feelings around that. And then also, as we go into August, it's still technically summer, but we're getting closer to the season of fall or autumn. And maybe you're ready for a change. Maybe you're ready for a new season to come into your life. Maybe you're ready for pumpkin spice lattes and beautiful leaves in the trees and, leaves on the ground and stuff like that. So there's just a sense of newness and like a sense of new beginning for you is what I'm getting. What I'm feeling for you for August is I feel like there might be this I feel like you have really positive feelings and like it's going to be a very positive month. I also feel this sense of nostalgia or kind of a throwback feel to maybe somebody that used to be in your life, maybe around this time last year, but somebody that used to be in your life. This again is a general reading, so this part may not apply, but I feel like it's a female energy. It may or may not be for you. And I feel like this person could have been a very close friend. It also could have been somebody who was romantic, like a romantic interest that maybe you had at the time. And this person really, really loved you. Like they had so much love for you. They saw only the best aspects of you. They were just so pure in their view of you. And it was just a beautiful person that was in your life. But you maybe didn't give them a chance at that point in time. Like maybe you very quickly moved on from this person and decided to cut them out of your life. And I feel like cut is kind of a strong word, but you felt like you needed to move on. You need to move out of this relationship. And I feel like you had feelings for this person too. They just weren't as strong as what this person had for you. Or I feel like there's this element of, so right now I feel like looking back, you made the right choice. Like that you made the right choice, that this person, you needed to separate from this person. And I feel like the reason why you had this separation was because, even if you cared about this person too, I feel like you felt like maybe you were in different worlds, or you saw the world very differently, or you were just very foreign to each other. And and I feel like there was some kind of distance, some kind of barrier that was there between the two of you that you felt. This person never saw a barrier. This person never saw you as different. All they saw was that they really cared about you and wanted to be with you. But for some reason, there was something there that you felt separated the two of you. There was just some kind of something there that created a distance for you. And you felt like maybe you couldn't be the best influence in this person's life. And maybe you had things that you needed to go sort out on your own, and you felt like you were maybe doing this person a favor by letting them go. So I feel like there's just, going to be memories of this for you. Some kind of memory, some kind of throwback, some kind of nostalgia from the past for you around some kind of significant relationship that you had to let go. So if you feel like if this person that you're thinking of, if you get to this point where it's like you want to reach out to them again and maybe rekindle some kind of relationship, whether it's friendship or romantic or whatever you think is best, if you know without a doubt that you want to do that, I would go ahead and make that move. But if you're kind of thinking about this person and you're like, oh, I don't know, like, should I reach out to them? Should I not? Would it be a mistake? Would they still like me or like want to have a friendship or like start something with me? If you're kind of in this zone of like of uncertainty, I wouldn't do anything just yet. I would probably wait it out and I would wait for them to come to me in some form or fashion. So they may be thinking about you around this time as well, and they may want to reach out and say hi over social media, over text or something like that. Or maybe, and in that case, I would go for it. I would go ahead and like rekindle that relationship. Or maybe on Facebook or whatever social media platform you use, you haven't seen any of their posts in forever. I know with Facebook, like it really just depends. There's just so many people on there. You only get shown certain people like in your newsfeed. So maybe they just haven't really popped up in your newsfeed for whatever reason. But all of a sudden they do. If you if you feel when you see that post, if your first instinct is to like it or to comment or to say, "Hi, how have things been?" Do that. And I say if your first instinct is to do that because sometimes we see a post and then we're like, oh, I want to, I wonder how they're doing. I hope they're doing okay. And you want to comment and then you think, wait, but it's been too long. That'd be weird. I wonder what they would think. Do they think that I'm just using them? Like, they're just a bunch of thoughts that then come into play, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, 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 I shouldn't. Like, I'll just watch from the sidelines and I'll just forget about this and I'll just move on. So that's why I say go with your first instinct if you see something like that pop up. If you don't see any of that, then I would just wait for them to reach out to you, or maybe this really was the best decision for you to let them go. And I think that. Either way. Like I think for sure that it was the best decision for you to let them go like a year ago whenever you let them go. Like I think that was a very solid decision. I think, maybe you could have worked things out at that point in time, but I think it was good that you trusted yourself. I feel like looking back, it was the right choice. So trust yourself. Trust yourself in that because I think you're right. But now you might be in the situation where you're like, yeah, it was the right decision then, it's the right decision now. Stick with that decision, You may also be like, it was the right decision then. Now I think I'm ready for this. I know I'm ready for this. I want this. Then go with that decision. Or if it's like, I know that was the right decision then. Now I'm not really so sure, then wait for them. Wait for the sign. So I hope that makes sense. There's like three different scenarios depending on your relationship with this person and kind of what's going on for you. So I feel like, so kind of moving on to the next part. So I feel like, the month overall is going to be good for you. I am seeing something around the second half of August that seems a little scary in some ways. So I'm feeling like I feel like there might maybe some kind of issue that you're gonna have to deal with. Maybe in your career, it may be in, something else. And I feel like whatever the issue is, it's serious. What I want to say though is, how to say this? So what I want to say is, yes, it is a serious situation, but you need to trust yourself then now, like in that situation as well. So there may be things like maybe some kind of situation happens at work or something like that. And it's like, oh my God, like I might lose my job, or I'm gonna get blamed, or gonna ruin my reputation, or I don't know, there might be a lawsuit. It feels big. Whatever the situation is, I feel like you know exactly what to do. Like you know the steps that you need to take to do the best with the situation that you have. And I think that that's all that you need to be focusing on is the action steps of like, okay, there's this issue, this is how I rectify it. There's this issue, this is how I minimize it. There's this issue, this is how I turn it around. Do that and only focus on the plan. And the reason why I say that is because I think if you do that, you're going to come out of this really strong. You're going to come out of this just fine. But I feel like because it's such a mess of a situation, there's also this mind game that's going to go on. There's also this fear factor. There's also other people's opinions saying like, "Oh my God, you're screwed." It doesn't matter what you do. Like you can try your best, but we're screwed. You're screwed, whatever it is. And you can't let that get to you. Don't let the mind games get to you. Just focus on the action. And I think you're going to walk out of this really strong. And this is just going to be like oh wow, like I can't believe that happened. I'm glad that's over. Woo! And then you'll be able to move on, and it'll just be like this memory later on of like, do you remember when that one thing happened? You know, so I think you'll come out of this strong, but you really, really, really have to focus on the action. So the guidance that I'm getting you for this whole month is do what you need to do. That's the theme for you for this month. Do what you need to do. So when it comes to this person with nostalgia, no matter what your scenario is, do what you need to do. Rekindle them, leave them alone, or wait for the sign. Whatever it is for you, make your move the way you need to make your move. When it comes to this issue, no matter how big it is, lawsuits, you know, something big, do what you need to do. Focus on the action. Forget about the mind games. Forget about the fear. Forget about everything else. Just do the action. Do what you need to do, and you'll come out strong. So, yeah, that's pretty intense. Um, I mean, I feel like the overall theme for the month is really positive for you. I know there's like this nostalgia feeling, and then now there's this issue that's going to pop up. I feel like the overall theme, though, for the month is very positive because you really can come out of this in a good way. It's just going to be a challenge with the mind games. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.